Welcome back, everyone, to the Curse of Strahd. Last time we left the Curse of Strahd, the party has passed a strange gate after they defeated a mountain spirit, Zangzor, which has granted them its horns as a weapon. They proved themselves worthy to keep traversing the depth of the Tselenka Pass. This is a lengthy mountain range dominating the south of Barovia and girdling Mount Gacus. But the party knows somewhere is hidden the evil Ember Temple. The party knows that it has something to do with Strahd, with evils that were there much before he came to Barovia, and has something to do with how he gained his powers. At the moment, the party has managed to get past the gate, as well as defeat undead that were guarding the small guard tower nearby. It is inside the chest here that they found some pretty strange things. A perfectly preserved infant, a cross in its face, as well as a few other items. The moment the party is all alive. Soon, after ensuring that the danger is over, soon the party's companion, a blood rager, half-orc, and former adventurer, comes and lands nearby. He's been injured, but so has Varys, and so has Vasilla. And Tomjin. As the winds pass on you, taking away what warmth you managed to acquire during your time inside the tower, what would you like to do?
Fisk takes out a couple of darts and just uses them as like pitons to climb his way back up the cliff. Around the tower. Up.
Thunk, 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 thunk. Yeah, Fisk, luckily you managed to fall closer to the end of the tower so that you didn't have to climb too far. I'm not going to ask you to roll athletics. This is the winds and such. You clamber back up, like you can still see the green fire pulsing down.
Now I don't know what happened at the end of it.
No, you don't.
So I am going to barrel ass past these horses and fly up the stairs and back up to the top of the roof.
All right. And I'll move you here and here. You emerge, pushing aside the remains of these skeletals. Now that the ice and snow that gave them form has dwindled away, they once again return to their elderly, I suppose, time-bitten and wind-bitten forms. Ooh, oh, there he is. Soon exclaims and pats you heavily on the back. Thought you was a goner for a second there.
Yeah. Looking around. No sign of threat.
No sign of threat. Honorim will raise a hand and say, "One moment. Before we see what's inside, let me just cast some spells here." And he'll take 10 minutes wrapping himself like further and Bassoon, if you could What? Yes, right here. Ah, good. Like, the suit's kind of giving off warmth from his, like, fire thing, so... Under him looks a little bit more comfortable, as Tom. And Adam will take the next 10 minutes to cast some spells. Sorry, 5 minutes. Because these are in his thing. In the meanwhile, what would you guys like to do? Staying at the top of the cold tower is...
I want to go make sure that we have everything out of this chest. Like,
Right.
We could just leave it closed and wait till tomorrow. What time of day is it actually before I say that?
That's a good question. Let me see.
I think it was at the end of our day, but I'm not positive.
I think you are correct.
mm,
Yeah, it was about the end of the day.
I'd like to see if I'm gonna get zapped by something before tomorrow.
All
Okay.
right. You want to see if... Wait, I'm still casting! And then you just reach for it. You open the chest, bitch. You guys already opened. And nothing
Okay.
bad happens to you.
Okay.
Uh,
What are we doing with the mummy?
I do remember noticing there was a bag in each corner when I opened this thing, right?
Yeah.
What were those? I'm checking these things out a little bit more in depth now.
Inside, you see... so, are you asking about the bags, right?
Yeah, everything. I'm examining. I'm like, it's catalog time.
Yeah. So there's 4 bags in there, aside
Okay.
from the little mummy. Inside of the first bag, you find what seems to be particularly ancient Barovian coins, as well as a small piece of paper that crumbles in your hands as soon as you take it out. It's incredibly ancient.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Sorry, my apologies. This is just specifically not. We cannot do that. My apologies. That
No worries.
500 calories a day feels like. Right, so,
I'm sorry.
anyways, what you find inside. So the piece of paper reads in common, but a pretty ancient thing of it. You can roll me a history check,
Absolutely.
Tom and Jen.
All right, this will be at what, -1 because I'm at 1 or minus.
Oh man.
I'm at 1 level of exhaustion. But did you say history check?
A history check, yes.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
10. There's some these and those, but as far as you can tell, Tomogen, that's not necessarily a failure. You can't read every single thing on it, but as far as you can tell, this was a payment thing, to say, oh, so-and-so earns this, so-and-so earns this, so-and-so earns that, here are our expenses.
A ledger. Okay. An
A
account,
ledger, thank
obviously.
you.
All right. I look at that and I go, oh, I don't know what it means. How about you? And I just hand it to Honorum.
Well, it seems to be a ledger. Possibly for the soldiers here. I suppose they kept it here to be safe. Although I doubt that this is the treasure that these spirits were referring to.
Just an odd thing to keep in a chest.
I suppose, especially a chest that seems to preserve whatever's inside it.
I think we should save that. I don't know what it means, but it's got to mean something.
Supposedly, there are some names here. Perhaps we'd recognize some of them in the future. And he'll fold it and put it in his pocket. If only there was a way to remove this thing from the wall. But I don't see an obvious method or mechanism to do so. Fellows, is anybody here particularly adept with machinations? small tinkerings.
Totally not my field. I buy what I want. I don't build it.
Well, that is unfortunate.
This can
Perhaps we can
hold a
find a way.
handout.
Hmm.
Oh.
This go hold a handout. And what I mean, these read various things, but I don't know how intricate this is.
It's pretty damn intricate. You've never really seen anything like this before. Milivoy mutters something about going downstairs to guard the front door and slinks off, looking pretty morose, pretty sorry for himself. Bassoon looks after him with a worried expression, but turns its attention back to you. Yeah, you've never really seen anything like it. The way this is built into the wall, it's really sunk in there. But you can see like these strange clasp-like mechanisms on the side of the chest that attach it to the wall. Fisk, because this is... So, you have a Tinker's tool proficiency? Is that what I'm understanding here?
No, wood carvers and leather workers.
Right. Unfortunately, that's not going to be sufficient to allow you to know what you're doing. Yeah, this is beyond you, I'm afraid. Like leatherworking, sure.
Is
Woodworking, yeah. It's not even made of wood, really.
when we're looking at the way this chest is attached to the tower,
Mm-hmm.
does it look similar to the way the chest was anchored at the hag's place?
Why, funny you should say, because as you take a closer look, it does seem to bear some resemblance to it.
Used its similar chest.
Is that a hag baby?
No,
Huh?
let's see.
So in
How long
terms-
ago was that chest set?
You could do me an investigation check. Varys, you could try to roll me, let's call it a nature check.
What the? What are you guys looking at?
That would be a 15, by the way.
They're looking at a... Was that in and out, or out of character, actually?
In character.
Ah, alright.
Something valuable stored in a chest, apparently attached the same way this one is. Looking at Fisk, is that what you're saying?
Just a similar way.
Some way to.
I'm going to take those coins out and I'm going to try to find a date on them. Do these look like they're from before Barovia was this? Can I tell that?
You can, as you examine them, most of the coins you've seen in Barovia all had a lot of, but coins minted in Barovia have Strahd's face. He is
Right.
and on the back, he's the ancient, he's the land. These ones do not.
These do not.
These
These are old. These are very
are-
old.
are very old. They have a language you do not recognize and an image of cast scimitars on the back.
I'm gonna take out a vial of my holy water and just not use the whole thing, but just put a little drop on this little thing's forehead, wherever the cross is.
Oh, the baby thing?
Yeah. Or the plus symbol right in the middle of it.
I uncanny dodge
So,
my ass
so you're
right
like
behind
trying
him.
to lift it? Sorry, I kind of missed the first part of that sentence.
I just gonna drop a little bit of my holy water on the right in the middle of the
All right.
just to see if anything happens.
All right. I guess we're baptizing now. So let's see.
A little bit.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Tarmagen leapt right the fuck away as soon as he just saw him start to pour. He's like, nope.
On the cross.
Meanwhile, Vasila's like walking over, like trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, thank you.
As you pour the water on the baby's face into the cross, nothing happens. And by the way, I posted in the question on what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I decided. Is it hard or is it kind of soft?
Are you touching it?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
As you pour the water and kind of try to maybe poke it a bit with the bottle's opening, nothing happens. It seems surprisingly soft.
Hmm.
And then there's the eyes open and look at you.
Uh-oh.
They are completely black in color.
Put it away. Put it away.
Oh.
לא תוכל לעשות את זה. אני התינוק של מכשפות היער. עשית טעות גדולה.
Just looks to Bassoon.
Dude looks freaked the fuck out.
That was Barovian, right?
Does he understand?
It were not Turkish or common or elf. I can tell you that much. Nor was it drow speak.
And not.
Now, ooh, infernal Maverick. You understand what it says?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Is it-
Is it whatever gonna do to me require me to understand what it's saying?
We'll find out.
Right. It said what actually sound. It's just something pretty fucking freaky. I'm gonna type it out for you, just so we can just so you can refer to it later.
Infernal, the lawyer's language. I always imagine Infernal is kind of like Mandarin, where depending on the pronunciation or even the inflection of a word, it can mean many different things. And it's designed specifically that people don't know the language too well, trip up and say the wrong thing, and in a devil can be like, "Oh, okay, we're doing that deal," and it's like immediately much more advantageous for them. That's at least how I picture it. Yeah. At least the grammar of it. For me, I always imagine that draconic would sound more like Chinese actually. But people give it like very German or like Skyrim has like, like hard consonants. But I don't know.
I think Tarmagen might need to learn a new language. I gotta figure out how to do that.
What do you know?
Common and Elvish. That's it.
Yeah,
I forgot to take any of my language stuffs, so.
Oh, see, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I should have, but yeah, I fucked it up.
See, the way I look at it is like, either you take the really exotic like Infernal's for like good for speak. I find in a lot of games, Abyssal is good for like ancient texts. And you can take that stuff and be like, I know what this ancient monument's saying. Why are they saying this dwarven market? I don't know.
All right. The first comes last. The last comes first. The mother's blood binds, and the mother's blood binds and blinds. The king is his subject. The king is the land. Mother, mother, mother. The bat that eats the sun is fattened and ready.
So instead of her calling out what was it saying, she's like looking at the baby and like processing the bits of Infernal she was taught ages ago for whatever reason over at the guild, and they're slowly piecing together. I guess who's next to her right now?
Oh my god, that's delicious.
There's in Fisk. You see her slitted eyes widen up a little as she kind of like goes wide-eyed, like, uh-oh.
The baby's eyes have closed once again. You see its skin begins to harden in the cold. As frost begins to grow on it now the chest has been opened.
All right, maybe we should close the chest and head down.
What kind of chest were you guys talking about earlier?
That one over on the right side of the map.
No. I'm saying in character. Like, what kind of chest?
The
were
bone
you
grinder.
talking-
Remember that windmill with the hags? Well, you never even made it to the windmill, but where we found our friend. Yeah, hags.
What kind of hags were these? Do you know? Well,
Hags. I don't know. Just
oh,
are there any good hags to know?
They were fucking hags.
do you know any hags that speak Infernal?
You may roll me an Arcana check, my friend.
Me or them?
You.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh. All right. Huh, Arcana. I do know that. Oh shit, hold up. Oh. It's not bad.
Fisk, if you could actually give me a thingy, if you know what I'm getting at. Actually, I'll just DM to you what I need. All right. Let's see. Mav, you asked me a question. That was a 13. Yes, quite a few hags. In fact, most hags speak Infernal. However, and hags come in a variety of disgusting flavors. Mostly fey, but there's one type of hag that messes with demons to this extent, to a specific extent, and that would be night hags. They are not fey, they are fiends. Though
Shit.
they do retain some fey-like abilities.
Thank you. You see her kind of like grimacing and like furrowing her brow at the fucking chest. Ah, shit. Night hags. That's where you guys met.
Yeah, Tarmajan lifts up his arm, and you see that piece of the umbilical cord still wrapped around it, making that bond brace. And he's like, "Yes, I remember them. I know."
Yeah. Well, this sucks. A very specific flavor of sucks, but yeah, otherwise, yeah.
I didn't know about them. I just know they suck.
Good. That's the extent of my knowledge. That explains the Infernal. Why the hell would something like this be here, though?
As you say that, Fisk's eyes glow yellow. And a reverberating voice, not Fisk's,
Okay.
but overlapped with Fisk's, comes through. It does not belong here. It must be destroyed. And the spear appears in his hand.
Uh-oh. Did you see her, like, fucking back away?
Yeah, I'm gonna back up too.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I'm set. I'm not sure how Anna would react in this situation. Zaviel, perhaps it would behoove us to find out more about this creature before destroying it. After all, it must have meant a lot to the people here that they would die in defense and in the attempted retaking of it. Could I have honor roll persuasion check on this? Let's see if you
Yeah.
can convince.
I mean, they look like elementals, and I mean they're undead, but I mean that goes for like 80% of this shit that's here.
Fiend.
Yeah, but I don't know if destroying it's a good idea either.
For the moment, Adam, it feels like Zahaviel almost feels like he's going to like kind of backhand honor him, but relents. He'll allow it to continue for a little moment further.
Just immediately sends flashes of the abbot. Galgaliel. At him. As he starts to like get defensive and aggressive toward Honorum. He flashes images. Wait and see, he says in his mind.
I will wait for now, but we do not leave before this aberration is cleansed. I can smell the hag stink on it.
Boy, wait till we take you to a few other places.
So what is this? Is this thing still alive technically, or is it more like a I don't know, how do you what's the term for rooting an object with a part of your essence or whatever?
Looks like flash green. We do not know.
A very long
The
time
flash
ago,
gold.
yeah, Termini just kind of stops and he goes, a very long time ago, something happened. And the further we dig, the more that's what we smell and we uncover. It's everywhere.
Masood nods. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not alive. I'd say it's been at least a few days since this baby saw a titty. There's no way it's alive.
Let's close that chest anyway, if you would, please.
Hmm.
Thing would make me happier. Honor him. Uses a mage, kind of holds a hand, uses a mage hand to show off. Gives him a smile. All right.
Yeah.
The cold, as it is getting darker, the cold is starting to get biting. Unless you guys go inside, very soon you will have to make me Constitution saving throws.
Oh yeah, no,
against
it's
cold.
it's time to go
going
downstairs and get the fire going and contemplate life.
You took all the three other bags as well, right?
Yeah. You didn't talk about what they were.
Oh, sorry.
We just kinda-
just.
Yeah.
So someone poked the baby. I had to
Yeah,
roleplay
no,
the baby
no worries,
poker.
no worries, no worries. Yeah, we would have continued our task, but yeah.
Alright, so inside the other bags, let me just pull it up.
Like, sorry.
Inside the three other bags are what seems I say bags, but really they're very beautiful, like like those leather baggies that you put on something that's very precious.
Oh yeah.
Like those are the kind of bags I'm talking about. Gosh, it's warm in here. Let me just
It's like your Crown Royal bag.
Like the dice bag where you keep your really nice dice. All right, so in the second bag, you find what seems to be a very beautifully maintained Tinkerer's Tools check. Additionally, it has what seems to be extra lockpicks. You find 10 lockpicks in there. Remember lockpicks are checked for your thieves' tools.
Absolutely.
So, just put that in question just so we have
Yeah.
that here.
Was in one bag. That was in one bag.
No. There were 4.
There were 4. So, lockpicks in one, tinker's tools in another.
The note in the other, and the gold in the other, or the ledger in the other, and the gold in the other. So that's 4.
No,
I think.
1 second.
I think.
300 golds, bag 2.
Uh-huh.
Tinker tools.
All of it, all at once. Do all the things.
I'm trying. Listen, my IQ is like 20 points slower, okay? Like, let me see. 10 lockpicks. The third bag is significantly larger than the others.
Ooh.
It seems to contain a collection of rolled up humanoid skins. They come in different variety, and you could roll me a medicine check or a nature check to see why they're colored the way they are. They seem to also carry writing on them. You count 4 in total.
Did we take these down out of the chest with us? Is that what's happening?
That was my understanding.
Okay. I guess, yeah, sure. I mean,
Right. And the fourth bag is, let me just double check the note here. The fourth bag is a little bit smaller and seems to contain a set of keys, as well as a journal, very old one. At first glance, the journal seems blank. However, there is a name written in front. Captain Bobus Anatoliski.
well, that's a new name.
It doesn't take a genius to tell that this is an incredibly old book. In fact, everything here is old, and it's only thanks to the magic of this chest that they've been preserved so well. From my understanding, you guys left the baby in the chest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we left the AC on.
Right.
Windows cracked.
Okay, just a little bit.
The Fisk would want to look at the coins. Are they Lord's heads?
No, they're not. The coins seem to have crossed scimitars on one side and some sort of 3 runes engraved. Those of you who speak Elvish, they kind of remind you of Elvish runes, but like, you know how, but weird, like upside down and like not looking very right. Like those of you who, you guys know what Cyrillic is.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
Yes,
like
Elvish.
So basically, it's like the Cyrillic version of Elvish.
See, I told you it would come in handy.
Question in history, would I know anything about this script or these coins?
Do you have any Elvish?
I don't speak Elvish, but I as a monk studied a lot of different rap.
I'm gonna DM you a question there, Adam.
Well, I'm half elf and I like money, so I would look at it from that point of view. I don't know if that would give me anything or not. It might not.
Let me see here. Sure. Why don't you give me a roll there?
Oh, okay. On
History.
history? All right. Yeah, that's a fair roll. Yeah. -1, 14.
I mean, Varys is looking at all this loot too. So
Yeah, Varys, you're also like an
You're
elf.
full
sure.
elf.
Why don't
He's
you
a
go
full
ahead?
elf, yeah.
Eric, Varys, damn it.
Great.
You, Hatman, please give me a history check.
Nice.
Guys, change your names to your character names. I'm gonna otherwise keep calling you by your real names.
I, the player, would like to rage.
oh,
See,
Okay.
okay, let's see what we got here, guys. Let me see. Oh my, ooh la la. Let's see. That's a 15, an 18, and 19. Alrighty. Yeah, Tom.
Eh,
You're a fella. You know, you've seen and handled so many coins throughout your time. You don't really like take the time to look at everything.
makes sense.
And these look particularly old. Fisk and Varys. You guys, it does kind of ring a bell. The Fisk, you will know from Julia and her daughter. Julia, perhaps like she had a hobby of history, and you guys recall seeing these kind of coins before here in Barovia, although these were pretty rare. And you've seen these type of runes before. This type of script. It was utilized by the Dusk Elves of the Petrovic Vestanikin. So a few of them carried it on their clothes. It seems that these are coins that were minted in the time before Barovia was Barovia, before it was conquered and unified by Strahd, and perhaps even the time of the coming of the Even Kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient indeed.
Just kind of looking at it, does the pass between the knuckles thing, and looks up at the rest and sees a reaction from Varus.
scum buddy.
Oops. Dusk elves.
I'll throw the coin back in the bag. I don't need that shit.
Mine back. Look to the rest of the group. Perhaps valuable to the Vistani.
It's a very old place. The older something is, seems the more dangerous it is. Let's rest and stay on our toes and look at this place careful before we leave.
The wind and fog you guys can see a small distance away far, far above the frozen, a frozen river passing far below. You guys can see what seems to be a very old stone bridge.
Well, Tarmgen's voting hard to get some sleep.
Yeah.
He's not doing good. So,
Just slides against the wall.
The horses are downstairs, right?
we already got the horses inside. We literally just need to sleep. Eat and sleep is all we have to worry about. So, and
Will make his way downstairs.
Fisk, before you get all the way down, make sure I'm up for one of these watches. We don't need to share. After your watch, wake up whoever you think is best to watch out for things. Trust your instincts, but I want to make sure we have somebody awake. Varys, probably. And with that, he just lays down.
He says nothing and just keeps moving. Goes
Go
downstairs.
downstairs. Alrighty.
Okay.
The horses are. And this floor is a lot warmer and a lot stinkier. As the horses are cuddling each other for warmth. The Rhodia has, kind of spread her wings around them, so as to they're very scrunched tight in here, and they're not comfortable, but it'll do.
Kind of hop between saddle to saddle and get to Banris. You curl up on top of Banris.
One moment, Fisk. Before that, I recall that you have a passive perception of about 2.5 million, which means I think that you will, hear the sound, something that sounds like muttering coming from just outside the door.
I would stop here. Ear twitches. I look in that direction and go. Oh, damn it. Can't grab my token without grabbing the horse. There we go. Go over to the door and put my ear up against it. Listen.
Give me a perception check, would you? The winds are making it hard to listen, but you do have some pretty high perception. However, you are pretty beat up and tired. It's Milivoy's voice. That's unmistakable. And he's speaking to someone. No, did you find nothing? Just a baby. The decade. No? Should be fine. On the way. Suspect nothing yet. Healthy, unworn. How are Usha? It's like just snatches that you can hear as the wind kind of swallows it.
Open the door.
Milivoy turns to you. You can see like the frost and winds kind of gave him Super Saiyan hair, like pointing back and frosted like that. And it seems he's just unheeding of the cold. He looks up out behind you and gives you a glum nod. Hello, Mr. Fisk. I'm sorry I wasn't better help. Are you alright? see him blink and turn away as, you're still injured. You still have like kind of blood and everything on you. Kind of like turns away, like tries not to look at you. And you can tell he's like speaking without, I guess he doesn't breathe. So he's just like speaking, but like kind of nasally. So like you can tell that he's trying not to smell anything either. But a little bit of like drool kind of.
Sit next to him. Look out over the cliff.
He follows your gaze.
Look up. The characteristic Fisk kind of looking everywhere but nowhere.
And the voice like following your gaze nervously. What? More enemies?
Oh,
Oh.
there.
Sorry, last.
Out there. Enemies. In here. I look directly at him. Yes.
I'll be fine. Mr. Slicer, she taught me how to handle myself, how to not think like a living person. I'm a vampire now. I've accepted that. There's nothing we can do to change that. But if there's anything I can do to make the world better, to make sure that Artur and Mother Lucia don't end up like me, I'll do it. I'll do anything. I'll give anything. And if it can be done by helping you, then I'll do that too. Sorry, your blood smells really good right now. Could you? I'm just turning away the other way. I can't look at you.
Full. With anything. For always. Are absolute. Are always exception. His eyes flash yellow.
You can feel Zahavil's distaste for Milivoy.
There are always except his eyes flash green.
Before you came along, the great company, with you, there was another group. They called themselves the Last Hurrah. Silly name, but I was only about 10. There were 4 of them. I think there were 2 wizards and the cleric of the Morning Lord and the Paladin. Some god I don't know. But they helped us. They helped us when Mother Lucia was very sick. Nobody in the town was willing to come and help. They were too scared of catching a disease. After all, if she wasn't around to heal them, who would? But they came and they helped us. They saved Mother Lucia. They got what she needed to recover. Benjamin, Alonso, Anya, and Rebecca. For a while, they were like big brothers and sisters to us. And when they eventually left Valaki, everyone believed that they are the exception. That maybe they can really do it. I thought I'd never see any of them again. But I saw Alonzo at the festival. He was one of the vampires that attacked us. The great company, who are the first to deliver, did not fall. I'm already done for. Whatever happens, all that's ahead of me is a life of bloodshed. Please, don't let this be in vain. Take better care of yourselves.
Get him around.
That's not wise. Please, I'm still a neophyte. My urges, they're hard to control.
Does he still stand? Does he still think?
Grabs like a chunk of snow and yes, God damn you, yes. What do you want from me, Fisk? Is this a test?
Test. Tests are self-imposed. You can think. You can think. You can make choices.
Please.
His choices are his to make. Make the right ones. That's all.
Fisk. I'm sorry. He'll reach out with a trembling hand to touch a cut on your chest. You back off, Fisk. You can see on Villevoy's face that he's torn apart on the inside. He's clearly in pain. Whatever he's going through. He feels wretched, and it's not visible on him.
I grab his face, like his cheeks. We will stop. He will stop when we tell him.
He manages to grab a little bit of your blood. He's taller than you, just like on his fingers.
And I let him go.
He's just like in the snow, like. Oh. He looks down at his hands. Up at you and.
What's he talking to?
Lady Lysa.
Insight check.
By the way, Tom, are you able to record what's going on outside? Oh, he stepped away for his chicken. Fisk, he seems wretched and mournful. Like, he seems so disgusted with himself. You can see, like, where he put his hand, like, there's still a bit of blood, like your blood kind of coloring the snow. If he's lying, then he's doing an insanely amazing job and probably deserves, like, 3 Oscars, the Barovian equivalent. I'm sorry.
She.
It's hard. It's so hard. He shakily gets back up to his feet. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but it's not just a question of willpower. You don't understand it, Fisk. It's like... It's like you're drowning and forcibly making yourself believe that you don't need air, even when it's so close. I can handle it when there isn't so much on display, or when I've just recently ate. But when I need to heal my injuries, the hunger goes. I can't feed on Bassoon anymore. Not in the state I left him. And I can't feed on any of you. I'd rather die. To do what I've done. I wish Bassoon didn't save me.
As fast as he would move, Fisk stands and is in his face. Do not tell us. And his eyes are green and gold at the same time. We do not understand what it means. And I slowly said, sometimes it is beyond our control. I look back to the tower. Which is why we have others. He is never alone. We are never alone.
That's what I'm afraid of, don't you understand? I need your blood to live, to stay sane. I'm frightened, Fisk.
Find a different choice.
It's not a choice. It's who I am.
It is. You have to have the gall to make it your choice.
Nod slowly. Not sure if it's an agreement or in defeat. If I can keep the rest of the watch, Fisk. It's almost barely a whisper. How to hear above the wind if not for your sharp ears? You can sleep.
Do not be alone. If it speaks to Lysa, we need to know.
just about the status report of what we've been up to. That's all.
He is to be part of the group. Part of us. Do not hide things.
I can't go against Lysa's orders. But yes, fine, I'll let you know.
Don't. Tell us. I go inside. I turn around. We are always stronger than we give ourselves credit for.
He looks at you, meeting your eyes, and he nods sadly. You can see Milavoy puts out a tough exterior. But you see the terrified teenager who is hanging onto your words like they're a lifeline. Nods and closes the door.
Curl up on Venrus. And I face myself towards the door. Take first watch. Kind of looking out the window.
Real quick, who has the doll? Tarmin is going to ask before we sleep.
I believe
Varys had it last.
I do. Yeah, you want it?
I could use it if nobody else needs it.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Or do you need it?
I got one, but
I've got one too, so it's
We all have one.
go for it.
We all have
okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take it tonight.
Hmm.
I'm going to be gritty.
Honorim will spend some time and money to decipher his
Oh, the journal?
spells. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I think the spells that he had from
okay.
his mentor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he would do that.
Yeah, because I feel like
Yeah.
he would go for the journal, but I know how much he wants to spell, so I'm
Yeah.
okay, spell time. Alright, guys, I'm going to roll your wisdom saves, except for Varys's.
Ptarmigan.
Ptarmigan.
No. I gave the doll
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we shall take, let's call it 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
In that case, I'll say that morning comes more kindly to some, less kindly to others. It is cold in here, but thanks to Honorim's fireplace, so thanks to the fire guys lit in the fireplace, there is
I would say that I would have woken Varus for second watch and gone up the second floor, so he'd be downstairs. We would have swapped at some point during the night.
Mighty. Milavoy is still there. Milavoy at this point has entered, and he's basically like completely frozen. But he melts himself by the fire, not saying much. Schlossen Club. And guys will look up. Here we go. The frozen wind howls just as strongly as before. Alright, and with that, you guys awaken. You guys are all stiff from slipping on the floor of a cold, hard tower. The time is about 8 a.m.
Darmageddon's gonna truck up feeling refreshed and go up and, like, as soon as he eats, he's going to go upstairs. Uh-oh.
Alrighty. Yeah, mark off some rations there, please.
Alrighty.
So, just to, as you take out, you probably take out, Adam will take out the map, and you guys could probably, look where you are. Judging by your estimates, please. You guys have approximately made it here. There's still some distance to go before the party leaves this section of the Tselenka Pass. The Tselenka Pass essentially extends all the way here and throughout the mountains. It's quite a long pass. If you guys want to do anything before you set out on your way, do let me know.
I do just look for anything, any markings or anything, kind of a casual glance over on the tower and the gate without getting too close to it. Other than that, then I mount up and ride with everybody else.
Give
Go
me
ahead.
an investigation check, please.
Alrighty.
Go out of the tower, do the big, long cat stretch with the ass in the air, and go about investigating the wall, base of the tower, the door of the tower, looking for runes, that kind of stuff.
Alright, investigation from you as well, please. Vasila, Varys, anything from you? Oh, Vasila's still walking his dog. Varys, are you investigating as well, or looking into anything?
Sure.
I'll go ahead and give him an investigation. 14 won't quite be enough. A 26
Words and
from,
stuff.
26 from Tomogen, and
Stuff.
No, it
things.
should be a 27 now. I cleared my exhaustion.
oh, right, indeed. Yeah, 27 will, Varys. Turn up. Not much. However, you do find the same crossed scimitar symbol on the crates over here. And as you are searching through the fireplace, like going through everywhere, kind of reach into the fireplace. There's something here, like you find, as you kind of look like this, there's a space here, and there's something cold and hard and sharp inside.
Oh. I kind of see if I can find a handle, but I pull it out.
There's a handle. You pull it out. You find a ritualistic dagger, and one you've seen before.
Oh.
It is wavy. And let me see if I can find
Yeah.
the picture for it. Though I have an assumption, I have a suspicion that you might know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Care to let me know what you're thinking?
Well, I remember a curved dagger that we carried and Fisk carried, but I'm not sure if that's the same one.
You remember where it came from?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And where it went back to. And wait, that's not wavy. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Dagger like this.
You found a similar dagger
Yeah, no, I.
in the death house.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Fisk still has 2 of them.
Oh. Okay, we're going way back.
As you hold the dagger, Imogen,
Mm-hmm.
it feels pretty filthy in the touch.
Reminiscent the way that nasty cursed sword we had that fell into our hands. I just kind of put it down on the fireplace, the bricks on the fireplace, and I'm like, wow, look what was hidden in here. There it is.
Fell omen.
What?
So kind of looks at you guys. It's a shitty dagger.
Uh,
Liska's upstairs with Tarm, by the way.
Man, this is a long fucking quest channel.
yeah.
Oh, good lord.
As soon as Tarm produces that, Fisk reaches into his pouch and pulls out 2 more just like it. And says, Death House.
I reach out and I ask if I can hold one of them. And
Both over.
I hold them. Do I get the same sensation?
Very much so.
Like, well, that's new. Yeah.
To be fair, the last time you held it, you were not a paladin.
Yes, that's exactly. I know it's not really a thing, but I'm going to try and just kind of see if it smells like anything, if that makes any sense.
You mean divine sense?
Right there. It's already there.
These are... That's a divine smite.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw
No,
the line.
it's... You're just like, ah, the dagger.
Want me to troubleshoot by identifying the problem?
You punch the dagger with your holy fist. Evil has been destroyed. Your fist is like sliced open.
There we go.
It is a desecrated object. Absolutely. While it isn't a fiend or undead or celestial in itself, there is no mistaking the stink of desecration coming off of this thing.
I kind of hold them all together, and I'm like, evil is touch these. You sure you want to carry them? But I offer them back. Let him decide. I'm like, no,
Honor
wait a minute.
him.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Honor him. I'm like, you can identify pretty quick, and I'm going to have him eyeball these things.
I'm pretty sure I identified these before, and they didn't ping as magical. If they have any magic in them, it is one that is concealed from detection.
Well, I can tell you they're pretty corrupted by something. I hand them to Fisk.
Oh, don't use them to cut any cakes anytime soon. Unless you want an evil cake.
When I take them out and hold them, now holding 3 of them,
You feel Zahaviel shudder within you. Filthy. The design, not to injure, but to cause as much pain as possible. These are ritualistic. Burn this place to the ground. Break it, destroy it. It is an evil place.
The death house, I say.
I just lay them on the ground.
I pick them up.
And with him in mind,
Mhm.
I look at the rest of the group. What of the chest?
I pick up the daggers and hand them to Honor him to put in the bag of holding. I don't think anybody needs to be carrying those right now.
Mage hand, mage hand, mage
Yeah.
hand.
I think you're right. You got those Tinker's tools? Let's go take a look at that thing. And I hop upstairs.
Guys, I think you guys took everything that wasn't the baby from the chest. So you
Right.
don't need
The
to.
baby should be the only thing in there.
Yeah. So the Tinker's tools, you take them out, and well, nobody here is Tinker themselves. You can't deny, even you guys who are very much laymen in this area, like can't deny. In fact, calling them Tinker's tools is what you're calling them because you have no better word for it. These tools seem both sturdy and delicate at the same time. One of them seems to have a head, seems like a screwdriver that can change the shape of its head. All around it, there is this like golden filigree around some of them that makes it fit into a hand very comfortably. And even the lockpicks that you had, by the way, I forgot to mention, please mark them as special because with those 10 lockpicks, you have advantage on lockpicking checks.
All right. Well, Termin's making note of this to everybody because he
Just put them down
gets
as golden
tools, you know.
lockpicks.
Yeah. All right.
Just put them down as
All right,
golden
I'll
lockpicks.
update that. I already put him in, so but no problem. Yeah, Termin's kind of talking about these things to everybody. He's like, these are really, really nice. You know, he appreciates good tools even if they're not lockpicks. He's like, somebody spent some money on these. These are really nice. And
They're not only expensive, they're also very usable.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
but-
are like $400 tools.
yeah. No, by nice I mean amazing. That was 4 sets. Yeah.
You guys do see there is a name. Another name, sorry, initials.
Okay.
Let me see. I guess Peruvian basically is like Cyrillic, so you guys kind of recognize the ow letters. FVW.
VW. Termson kind of jots that down in his notes. And
On the tools?
like a craftsman's mark would be, it sounds like.
I'll say without investigation, you would have seen it on the box as well.
I look at like my regular thieves tools because I don't know how common it is, but usually a craftsman will mark his work with initials, right?
Yes.
So I mean, like looking at the cheap tools and the nicer tools, and then looking at the tinker's tools. I mean, is this like something that's really
Now that your attention has been drawn to it, you look at your golden lockpicks, and you kind of can't really see that well. Like you can tend to Fisk and Honorem, like their eyes kind of bug out, like with those microscope noses, and they can make out FVW in teeny tiny letterings on the bottom of the lockpicks. Whoever did this had a steady hand.
let's make good use of these. With that I turn my attention to the chest.
Aren't you going back up to the chest now? What?
Yeah. Bringing all our fancy tools.
Right, you are at the chest.
All right. I go in and
Shudders.
put in that number again. And I just kind of looking away, open the chest because I really don't want to look at this baby.
Stand back from the group, from everybody, but you see that Fisk does stand, and his eyes are flashing between green and gold,
You can roll
and a
yourself.
spear slowly forms in his hand.
Um,
Standing on the other side of the tower, opposite the chest. But
I very gingerly put my hands on it like I'm going to pick it up. And I just kind of set it. Yes. I'm going to set it to the side on the ground. Not disrespectfully or anything, but yeah.
As you take the baby and you hold it in both hands, its eyes open with yours. Tamjin, I'd like you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Alrighty.
Fine. Tamjin, you feel something. Like a mind attempting to touch yours, or maybe not even a mind, just something. It's a strange sensation, like something bumping against your forehead. Baby closes its eyes once again.
As I set it down, like, nobody touched that. It's got quite the attitude for a dead baby. Then I turn and I'm going to see if I can figure out how this chest is fastened down.
You standing it outside of the chest?
Yeah, I set it down just outside the chest. And make sure it doesn't leap up at me when I let it go.
Certainly so.
Little Chucky over here.
All right. So you're studying the inside of the chest itself.
After making sure this thing isn't moving, yeah.
It doesn't seem to be at the moment, as you sort of decide. It is simply there and unmoving. However, you may give me an investigation. As far as you can tell, the chest is empty.
All right. That's terrible for me. Wow.
16. Today, the winds are particularly cold, especially at the top of the tower. I'd like everybody to give me a quick Constitution saving throw as about 5 or so minutes pass. Because if you're standing next to Bassoon, we'll gain
Yeah.
an
Also,
additional
by the way,
on the save.
earlier I said I put in the text chat, but I just want to say I kind of like slowly like tug Bassoon back over here. After seeing Fisk potentially lining up a shot.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that side.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
there we
fine.
go. And Fisk is like the way the spear appears, it's not just materializes. It's kind of like there's a whistle, as if like the spear is flying from far away, and then it feels like there's a like it flies from far away, and then like close your hand, and it's just there now. Right, Fisk. It is cold as friggin' balls up here. Like, while you have your cold weather gear, it is not geared to stand to this kind of temperatures at this kind of height, at this time of the day, at this part of the country. Sorry.
Lies entirely within this tower.
I didn't say that. But, Fisk, you take a single level of exhaustion that will be healed upon your next long rest. And I believe that's Honor needs to take one.
I'm a little dumb. Did we long rest already?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yes, we
pass.
did. You-
And you
Can I
failed,
use-
Priscilla.
Can I use a point of inspiration to re-roll that?
I thought you were out.
No, that was
that was Varys that was out. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly, Adam. Go ahead.
Nope. Constitution.
Doesn't look like Honorim has one, so I'm going to.
It's the same thing. So.
It's the same thing. I'll
Same
take that
thing and the
Fisk.
same
You
roll. That's
pass.
awesome.
However, Honorim does fail.
Same thing and the same roll.
It's funny because he saved and then he failed. It's actually 1 and 12. It's funny. I was expecting you guys to get more, but guess it's still always staying like around the 1s and 2s. Alright, so where's that investigation? 16. Tamjin, as you search the chest for anything, you don't find anything but just is empty. Though again, like it's not like any other chest you've seen before. Like the material is hard, but not exactly metal. It's difficult to ascertain exactly what it is. You never really come across its type before. We live off on the mystery of the baby, the contents thereof. As Talmudin has placed him in this, see its eyes snap open once again after a little while. It stares directly at Fisk. And with that, we'll end tonight's session of the Curse of Strahd.